Hello guys! We're filming with a new camera today. Today we're gonna be testing out some new drugstore makeup that I ordered. Some of it came in PR, some of it I ordered. Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is their new Blur Out Smoothing Primer and it comes in this container. We wanna try it. Finally, the drugstore has delivered us with a new loose setting powder, which I've been waiting for an eternity. This one's like a cherry blossom pink dupe-ish. So we're gonna be trying that out. And then I went on Amazon and they have the Makeup Beauty. You know what I'm talking about? They have a lot of really good affordable products. They have good reviews on their products. So I got just like a couple things from there because they're very affordable, drugstore pricey. So I wanted to try out some of those things. And then I also have these new lip oils from Miss L'Oreal and I have a bunch of colors in it. So I want to try those as well as the new mascara from L'Oreal. Lots of stuff, but I didn't think I had enough. So I was like, let's go to Ulta first just to make sure we have all the new in to check out today. So I'm gonna insert some footage where I literally just got, there's a cat here. You guys, there's always a cat here. Okay, so I'm gonna insert some footage of us at Ulta and then we'll come back and check everything out. Okay guys, we're in Ulta here today. I'm in the drugstore section because I wanna see what's new. And I was in the e.l.f. section. Look fine as fleck. Look at these little eyeshadows. They look so pretty. So I was gonna grab a couple of these. It looks like they have a new blush crush from Essence. So I was gonna grab a couple of these just to test out because they do look really pretty and they're only $3.99. Revlon has these new Click blushes. So I don't know what they are, but we're gonna try them. And I'm just gonna grab some of these lashes because they're so pretty by Kiss. I actually wanna try this as well for brightening for my under eye. So we're gonna try it, $4.99. And then we're also gonna try some of this powder right here. Look at that, $5.99. It looks like they're coming out with their own version of a glotion. So I feel like we need to try one of these. Maybe this color? Okay guys, we got all of our Ulta goodies here. Surprisingly, my total was still $80 and I'm like, well, how did it get to be that much? But you know how makeup adds up. So I did pick up a couple pair of lashes that I just needed a little refill on while I was here. But let's go home and try all this new makeup out. We're back from Ulta. Let's see what's in the bag, even though I just bought it. Lashes were more for me than anything. So we have powders. These I'm really excited about. I was trying to talk very low in the store because there's like 2 customers in there and me. I didn't want to be like, hey God, you know, like doing the most. I'd be like, girl, get out. Now, what should we try first? Because we have the Face and Body Glow from Revlon. Revlon said, hold on, L'Oreal. Y'all are holding the candle to the Glowration. This is It's Giving Sun 120 Coconutted Scented 24-Hour Hydration Glow. And then we have this primer, and then with this primer, I don't even know where to start. We'll start with the primers before we put our glow stuff on, so let's just play with both. Milani Conceal and Perfect. Let's get into it. You gotta crack the little tab here. Brand new, love it. It says this is the spatula that you're supposed to scoop the product out with. So this is supposed to be like a blurring primer. This is a close-up of what it looks like. I've been filming my makeup videos at this desk rather than that desk for a clearer, more concise view of the colors and such. So I don't know, that's why I'm doing it. I'm trying, okay guys. But here's the little scoop. Love the scoop. I think it's innovative in packaging. I'm pretty sure even this little amount is too much. So this feels very cooling and it feels like a moisturizer. It doesn't even feel that silicone-y, even though it is. I do see that like mattify blur situation happening, even though it is kind of like, you know, that silicone base that just kind of gives you that matted out filter. So we're just gonna put a little bit on this cheek, and this is supposed to fill in pores to give you that smoother texture, smoother look, no texture I should have said. It feels like wet when you blend it in. It feels like cold and wet, and I kind of love it, okay? So that is that. Very interesting. So unhygienic, but it's mine, so I don't care. Just put some back. Takes very little bit, and then you put your lid back on. And then you can just pop your little spatula right back in. And then I think that's really cute. And it feels cooling. It doesn't feel that silicone-y, you know? And then it feels, I don't know, interesting. So next we're gonna try out the Grip Primer from MCO. I think it's IMCO. Now this reminds us of our friend at Milk, of course. IMCO has a lot of dupes. They just do. So I'm gonna try this one and see how it works. First impressions. Ooh, we're just gonna do a tiny dab because you know it doesn't take a lot of these products. And any type of dupey, or grippy, I should say, not dupey, grippy primer, I would say give them like a minute to become tacky and to activate onto your skin. A little bit did go a long way. Feels super normal, just like a grippy primer. Let's give it a second to see where it takes us. We're back and I do feel a little tacky, so we're in good business. We're in good business. Next, we're gonna try out the Revlon Color Stay Face and Body. This is their Glow product. We've seen these before. Oh, didn't check the shade before I bought it. I saw this packaging and I was like, this is the second lightest. And you know what? It's very bronzy. Too bronzy. Darn it, I'm like notorious. Oh my God, it does smell like coconuts. It smells like a total vacation hit the nose. I love the scent. I will add a little bit just because it will bronze up my makeup a bit. You guys see how bronzy that is? Gotta be careful with that. It's gonna bronze this up a little bit. So I'm just gonna try to blend that out. The makeup grip is so tacky. I see it like sticking. Even with that smoothing primer underneath, babes, it's still, are we getting patchy? Great, this is what trying makeup's all about. Okay, we're gonna take a little brush. That seems to be smoothing it out much, much better than my hands. Okay, now we're looking better, we're looking better. Woo, got a little scary. We gotta do this side. I wish I would've went with the lighter one, but this really, it does kind of melt in, so it's not as fierce as whenever you first squirt it out. Bronzy, love it. This would also be really pretty mixed in with the foundation, which is what I'm gonna do. So because I don't have a brand new foundation to try out today, I'm gonna use one of my all-time, Baby doesn't like me talking to the camera. So I wanna mix it in this foundation a little bit. So this is the True Match by L'Oreal. I am in the shade W4. I love this product right here as an everyday foundation. I think it's so great. There you go, there's your pump. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this and we'll mix it together. So I think this is just gonna make us a little, oh, this foundation's so pretty, guys. If you're looking for just like a good everyday foundation and you're really not interested in breaking your bank and spending $40 to $50 on it, try this one, it's really good. I've been using it for years. I'll link everything as usual down below so you guys can get into that. But let's do half my face with it so you guys can see how it's just like super natural coverage, very long wear. It's not gonna like be like full beat, you know, situation. It's gonna be just like a beautiful daily wear. Look at that dark circle. Woo! I love this foundation. So let's go ahead and do this side of the face. I'm gonna do a little more. I do like a little bit of that glow in it. I feel like it just gave us a little extra oomph, a little extra glowy, bronzy, very pretty. And my face smells like coconuts, so I think that's somewhat of a win as well. I'm actually using this like contour brush, which is so random, but it's great because it's smaller and I have a small head, so it's nice to blend out a foundation with it and get a little more precise, if you know what I mean. Okay guys, I absolutely love, look at our face, it looks good. Next up is this concealer that I got, and it's actually just like a corrector. So by the way, my rings, this one right here, so cute. Amazon, and then this one is similar to like a $9,000 ring. I'll link both of them. They're amazing. I love them. And they didn't cost me $9,000, so that's the best part. But I got this Correct Conceal from Essence. I got it in number 10 Light. Let's have a look at that. So because I have dark circles, sometimes if you get something with a little bit of pinky in it, it will help to correct some of that darkness. So I would apply a concealer on top of this, but I would use this for correction and for a little bit of brightness, you know, brightening up. So let's go ahead and blend this out. This is one of my favorite concealer brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy by BK Beauty A506. So this is their little kabuki, mini kabuki blending brush. And that formula is super thin, but it leaves you with like that pink layer. So you're gonna get those correction and brightening benefits. A little less than coverage, but more correction and brightening. Really pretty and bright. So I'll add a little concealer right there. Let's do this eye too. So sometimes it's good, again, to get a little bit of that pink to the under eye to correct, or peach. Okay, so we already look brighter. So now what we're gonna do is add just like a dot of concealer under there, and I'll be right back because I have a contour stick I wanna try. Our next product comes in this box from CoverGirl that we're gonna be trying out today. Oh, it's like a vanity mirror. I thought it was gonna break and fall. Look at that. They made a whole mirror. That's really cute. So we've already talked about the stick blushes. Now they have the stick highlights and contour. So I do want to try those in today's video, but I have some other blushes I want to try. So I think it'll be this color. Then we have a little camera. I'm going to put my hair up, guys. That's my cue. So this is the True Blend contour stick. This is the shade Sculpted. Right there. Okay, so we are going to do a little contouring. This one seems a bit cool tone, so it is actually for sculpting out and contouring, and I love that. And I will say, just blending it out with the same foundation brush, it does seem to blend out very similarly as the blushes, and I've already talked about the blushes so many times, you guys know. I love them. Y'all see that little contour? We're gonna get some on our brush right here. And you can even do a little bit on the jaw. And then if you want to, you can go around that hairline. I normally like to do something a little warmer around the hairline so it doesn't look muddy, because it looks a little more sun-kissed the warmer you go, a little more bronzy rather than contoury. But we'll go ahead and contour these cheeks. Love that. And then we are gonna add, I'm just tapping a little here, like that, onto the brush. And then a smidge on the jawline. And that was really nice. We kind of have that little bit of a darker contour. Okay, love it. Let's do cream blush. So we have two. We have the one I picked up, Glimmer Drops from Revlon, and then Imco has the jelly one that's similar to Milk. And I ordered this, so we're gonna try it. I think they said take this off first. There we go. So this is gonna be like one of those stains that you gotta be careful. Woo! Did you guys see that? Look, I'm gonna color all over my hand. Look at that pigment. Okay, so we're gonna wipe away, and there's a stain left behind. Honey, the stains scare me. I'm gonna admit it, they scare me a little bit. Let us do. I'm not gonna put it directly on my face because I'm scared. And I'm scared because I have, ooh! I'm only scared because I have other makeup on, and I don't want it to mess up the other makeup. If this was my bare skin, I would go directly to skin rather than brush to skin or brush to makeup. It's when you get the layers on, girl, you gotta watch out. Very, very pretty. This is blending out nicely right in there. A little bit of pink. We're gonna try out the other blush on the other cheek. My face is just here today to test out makeup and hope it turns out okay. Okay, this is turning out gorgeous. You guys see this little flush? I'm into it. Identical to the Milk one. So, you know, if you want to try them, it's a dupe. It's, this just poured out everywhere. Oh my God, a disaster. Okay, so be careful with those. Whoa, look how pigmented. Y'all, I have so much of it. Look, it just dumped out. Y'all want to see what shade that is? Ooh, okay. Thank God we have makeup wipes on deck because it's a disaster over here. I mean, they are everywhere. So it comes on this little tube, and the tube, I think, was just like from me purchasing it. What do you pump the bottom? Oh, yep, you push the bottom and you'll get a little drip. So it's really not that messy. I think an air bubble had gotten underneath it from me purchasing it and driving around with it or something. And so it exploded when I opened it, but it's really not that messy. So, oh my God. And it literally takes less than the tiniest drop. We're gonna put some over here too to build it up, but wow, it is so pretty. And it does seem to have like a little bit of playtime, but then it seems to go ahead and dry down because that's what I'm experiencing on my hand. Like up here, we're getting pretty dried down. So it gives you some playtime. Pretty. Wow, we're blushy today, you guys. What's going on? Lots of blush. Let's move on to some powders. First of all, loose setting powder, Infallible, L'Oreal. Let's go ahead and tap some into the lid. That's what it looks like, guys. It's pinky. Can you guys see that? So I'm gonna sprinkle some around my face with a brush, just like that. Get some on the brush. Ooh, silky, silky, my gosh. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like, you know, patchy, a little too pigmented, but it's not. Oh, it is silk on the face. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna set my whole face with it, and then we'll do the under eye. I'm always looking for a good drugstore powder, loose powder preferably, and I think I just found one because this one seems to be good. Like, it's so rare the drugstore comes out with new powders. I don't know why that is. They seem to jump on everything pretty quickly, but you know. Okay, let's go ahead and do our little velvet sponge, and we're just gonna add a little bit of this right under here and see how it does us. This is that pink, so hopefully it will also correct a little bit. And I'm just pressing it in, it's looking really good. Here we go over here. Okay, we're gonna leave that there to bake, and that's gonna help us brighten up even more. Now I'm gonna fill in my brows with one of my favorite drugstore pencils that I've been loving. This one's by NYX. I am one little shade too light. This one's brunette, and it's just a hair too light, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it up because I bought this one and I have really been loving it. I love the formula of it, and so yeah, I'm just gonna keep using it. It has like a little bit of warmth, and my dark brown is slightly cool toner, so it doesn't match perfectly, but I just love the shape of this brow pencil. It's called the Blade and shade, and I've talked about it too many times, so I'm gonna stop now. But I'm just gonna fill my brows in with this. Can you guys see how it's like slightly too light? But it kind of looks good once the overall makeup is done, so that's why I continue to use this bad boy right here. The next time I repurchase this, I might go one shade darker. Brows are plastered, so in the meantime, I'm going to take the Essence 16-Hour Powder. Now, I thought this one could be good for setting, but also for blotting. So yeah, this one's in 05 Classic Vanilla. I got it a little lighter, but I want to sprinkle some on with a brush just to play with it because it does seem really silky and smooth. We're gonna use that same brush. This is kind of a little more like a foundation powder. Like, it's actually got a little coverage to it, which is really pretty and really nice. A lot comes off onto the brush. So that's pretty. It honestly feels really nice. First impressions, I like it. Next up, I want to try out these little e.l.f. eyeshadows. They're so cute and affordable, so let's see what they're about. This is a little e.l.f. blending brush that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to use like a little taupey brown color. And we're just gonna add a little bit of a transition shade. Nothing major, because the major is going to be, you guys, I think there was some black eyeshadow on this brush. Oh my God. Good thing I'm not gonna panic, and I'm just gonna use some of our fabulous Essence powder, which I just tried out. It's actually the foundation powder. And we're gonna try to, disperse that. Disaster. Oh yeah, she's gray. I might, you guys, I made a mistake today. This foundation powder is really coming in a clutch right now. Okay, we have a gray eye. I'm scared. Okay, with a clean brush, I'm gonna add a little bit of that taupey brown color, which I intended to add from the jump. I just flopped because I had a dirty brush, and the bristles on the brush were black, so I couldn't see that it was that dirty, and I literally set myself up for a disaster. That ever happened to y'all? No, just me. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with a matte lighter shadow just to pat that out on the base of the eye, like right there. And we're gonna see what these little sparkles are all about because I'm gonna put them right on top of this matte color. Okay, now I feel like we have that matte blended out pretty. Let's be the tester. First, let's swatch. Finest Fleck. Wow. It reminds me a lot of the Patrick Ta $40 eyeshadows because look, they're so grain-free, but they just have like that shimmer and that sparkle on them. So it's very pretty. And then we have the lighter one, Finest Fleck. Oh, it's called White Hot, and this one is called Champagne Showers. Isn't a champagne shower when someone TTs on you in the shower? No? Okay. Ooh, look at that one. That one's White Hot Champagne Shower. Let's try this one on the eye. So just so you can see it when I swatch it, see that glitter on my fourth finger? Okay, here we go. Oh, you guys, these are just like the Patrick Ta's. How freaking funny. They're like, honey. Okay, I put it on top of the mat, and as you guys can see, it has like that wet, sparkly look, and it is gorge. So imagine it with a little bit of black liner and like a lash. I am gonna add clean brush. We're traumatized today. My eye is a little smokier than I want it, by the way, but I'm here for it. We're gonna commit. I'm gonna add a little more of a brown matte just to the outer corner. I can't believe that shadow, by the way. I think they're supposed to be like dupe-ish for the Patrick Ta ones. Let me show you the Patrick Ta. So these are those infamous shadows. They're called the Illusion Eyeshadow Duos, and they're like 45 bucks for 2 shadows. So it broke the internet because everybody was like, hell no, we ain't paying that much. But then everybody paid that much. Everybody paid it, okay. So this is what they look like. They are incredible. They are absolutely incredible. The formula is so cool. So let's swatch maybe this one and this one right there. See that? This is White Hot. Ooh, look at the similarity. Okay, and then this one's that gold shade. This one's more golden, this one's more pink champagne, so they are different, but these are identical. And then this was a fraction of the cost, so, you know. So I'm gonna add the White Hot color to this. Oh, I forgot my matte shade. Oh my goodness. First you wanna put down a little bit of a base because these, or you could do this on with nothing underneath and just your skin just to add some sparkle, but I like to add a little base. There we go, here we go. I'm gonna take a little brush just so I can get into that inner corner right there, sparkle it out. Not much fallout either on these because they're so finely milled. It's just like kind of melty into your skin and then makes your eye look wet. It's so cool, love it. So now I want to try out this mascara before I do my eyeliner, but so we can actually see the lashes, my little lashes. Paradise Big Deal by L'Oreal. This is the packaging, not to be confused with their regular Paradise. And this is the wand on it. This is why I wanted to film with this camera because you can get that close-up shot. So it has those little plastic pokey wands. I've already curled my lashes to be fair, so let's see. Ooh, y'all saw how that got up in there? I feel like this one spreads them apart pretty nicely because it is, ooh, it's like one of those tacky mascaras that can build up and become a mess. But because the wand has so many pokies, and I think that's when they engineered the wand to be this way, it spreads your lashes out as you go. So I do like that a lot. I mean, L'Oreal makes some good mascaras. We all know that. Look at this, okay. Yeah, you could layer that up and get them a little thicker with more volume. Pretty darn good. First impressions. Come on, L'Oreal. Okay, guys, I added some liner, and now I'm gonna sweep away that pink powder because, you know, I was just looking crazy. You know what's really crazy is that I haven't put on any powdered blush, and this blush is so fierce that I don't even really need any powder blush, and that's not normal. I normally can layer, but here we are. It's fierce. Love it. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of my drugstore lash. These are very thin. These are the Kiss Naturals. See how tiny and thin that is? And I think we could use this. Love it. Lash glue. I like for it to become tacky. It's gonna make your world 10 times easier before applying these, so don't rush it. And then you can just set it down because these were already trimmed. I've worn these before. Good to go. That easy. That's because I waited on the glue to dry. Sometimes I don't because I'm like being rushy and I pay for it every time. So today we're waiting on the glue to dry. Okay, here we go. Second lash. Right there. Next up, we have the highlighter skins from CoverGirl. This is Moonlight, the lighter one. Whoa, I did not expect, wow, look at that milk mustache. Whoa, these are very pigmented. I'm gonna get a little bit on my brush and do the inner corner because I think it's gonna be so pretty. So you can get some on the pencil brush and then we can pop some right there. I didn't expect these to be as blinding as they are because sometimes these little balmy ones aren't. Wow, look at that, so pretty. You have a second color, but I just dove right in, and then the brow bone. Why not, right? Come on, Miss CoverGirl. Okay, and then let's just play with the other one for fun. This one is Rose Beam. So this one's a little pinkier. So there you go, Moon and Rose. Yeah, this one has rose gold to it. So there's the rosy, there's the moony. Love. Okay, and next I bought some of these little Essence blushes. They were affordable and they were adorable, so why not? It's like their new packaging. So here we have two colors. I think I'm gonna go for this color. It's a little warmer. It's called, this color is called Cool Berry and this color is called Pink Pop, but this one's so warm. It doesn't remind me of Cool Tone. Let's swatch it. Yeah. Really, really pretty. It kind of reminds me of Wherever Rose Makeup Forever. So let's see. Okay, here's Makeup Forever, Wherever Rose. This is the Essence. Do you see the similarity that I'm seeing there? Let's watch them side by side. Dude, this one's maybe 5% more cool tone, but they're close. They're close in color and they're both matte. So I am gonna add a little bit of this guy right here. I'm gonna get some on a wispy brush because these seem to be extremely pigmented. Yep, and we're just gonna add a little bit. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes, ma'am. Love that. Now for our lips, I'm gonna try these L'Oreal lip oils. I wanna try them first without a lip product on and then as a topper. So where's that? Oh, here's this darker brown one. I just wanna see it without a product so we can see the true color of it. This one is called 510. So pretty. If you had on like a dark lip liner, it kind of gives you like a little bit of a chocolatey tint. Very pretty. Oh, I feel the plumping. They plump. They're plumping. I love that. Let's try another. Worth It, number 601. Seems to have like some mauve-y color to it, so I want to try it. Oh gosh, this one's so pretty. It's almost the color of my lips. I'll swatch it for you so you can see it really good too. It's actually a little deeper than my lips, but it's pretty. Love that. It's an almost instant plumping sensation. So if you're not into the plumping, you might not like these, but they don't feel like an oil at all. They actually feel like a lip gloss. They feel just like a little lip gloss. So I'm not getting that like watery oil sensation from them, but I still like them a lot based off my first impressions. So let's add a lippy with it and then see what we think then. e.l.f. discontinued my favorite Dirty Pillows lip color. I'm devastated, but we're using it. It's drugstore. Whether we're doing a drugstore video or not, I always use this color. Now, the key is to blend out your lippy. So, you know, you gotta do more than rub the lips together sometimes whenever you have a little bit of a fierce lip liner. So I like to use a brush. There is the lippy. So now I'm gonna take this color, which is screaming my name because it's like this lighter pinky, 201 Milky. Ooh, let's get into this milky color. Oh my God, so pretty. Such a pretty topper. Just adds like a little bit of that milky nude look. So pretty, so juicy. Love that. And we can't forget the Set and Refresh Spray by Emco that I purchased off Amazon. So we're gonna give it a really good shake. Now, I think this one is supposed to be very similar to our girl, Miss Milk. Where is she? Where's Miss Milk? Why don't I see her? I always say, oh, yes ma'am. What's going on here? That's what I thought. Mister is more fine than the Milk one. Hold on. Yep, this one sprays out more at a time so you get a bigger douse. So this one's a little more fine. I like that. Holds 20 centimeters away. I don't know, it is a pretty good mister on it. Ooh, it did douse the face nicely. This is the official finished look. I love the eyes, so gorge. Blush stunning, lippy burning, but I love that color for a topper. And yeah, I don't have really a complaint specifically about a product. Like I didn't feel like there was a product that was just like bad, but if I did have to pick my favorites, I really liked this Essence Correct for brightening. I feel like it did a good job underneath the concealer, but not worn along. Also, I really enjoyed this powder from L'Oreal, this pink powder. Ooh, we almost knocked the camera down. It's very soft and silky. So yes, that was cool. My number one thing I liked was the eyeshadows because they are a dupe for something that is so expensive. So it's like, come on, no brainer there. But I really, really, really like these. If you guys want to try like a soft sparkly shadow like this, definitely check this out because they're so affordable. And then the lippy. I don't know, there's so much that I loved, but yeah, I would say those are like my favorites. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you like our little look. It's kind of cool tone. It's kind of cool tone. Oh, except for my lip, but I love the way it came out. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll have all the products that I used today linked down below. Bye, guys.